My beloved child, listen to my voice, not with fear, but with the quiet courage of your heart, because I am speaking to you now, not from a distance, not through thunder or fire, but from the place where your tears have fallen and your hopes have waited patiently. I know the nights you stayed awake questioning your worth. I know the mornings when you smiled for the world while your soul felt heavy. And I want you to understand this truth clearly today. You have never been forgotten, not for a single breath of your life. I was there when you took your first step, and I am still here now as you stand at the edge of change, unsure whether to move forward or retreat. You ask me if you are strong enough, if you are chosen, if your prayers are heard, and I answer you gently. I would not have placed this longing in your heart if I did not intend to fulfill it in my perfect time. The delays you call silence are not my absence. They are my preparation, shaping you in ways you cannot yet see, strengthening roots that will one day hold blessings greater than you imagined. I see how you compare your journey with others and feel left behind. But remember, I never rush my masterpieces, and your life is not a race, but a testimony in the making. Every closed door protected you, every disappointment redirected you, and every tear watered seeds of wisdom inside you. You wonder why you had to endure so much when others seem to move freely. But suffering has refined your compassion, sharpened your faith, and taught you to recognize my voice, even in whispers. Do not believe the lie that your past defines your future. I am the God who restores, who takes broken pieces and forms something more beautiful than before, not despite the cracks, but through them. When you feel unworthy, remember that I chose fishermen, doubters, and the weary, not because they were perfect, but because they were willing to trust me step by step. I see your heart when you try to do good quietly, when you forgive even though it hurts, when you keep believing even after prayers seemed unanswered. And I tell you now that none of this is wasted. I am opening paths you cannot yet see, aligning people, opportunities, and moments in ways only I can. And when the time comes, you will look back and understand why things unfolded as they did. Do not fear the uncertainty ahead, for I walk before you, beside you, and within you. You are never walking alone, even when the road feels silent. Release the burden you were never meant to carry, the guilt that keeps you bound, the shame that whispers you are not enough. Because I carried the cross so you could walk free. You do not need to prove your value to me. You already are my beloved, and nothing you have done or failed to do can change that truth. Learn to rest in my presence, to trust even when understanding feels far away, to take the next right step even when the whole path is not visible, because faith grows not by seeing the destination, but by trusting the guide. I am healing wounds you learned to hide, restoring dreams you thought were lost, and teaching your heart how to hope again without fear of disappointment. There will be days when doubts return and storms rise, but remember that storms do not come to destroy you. They come to reveal the strength I placed within you. Speak life over yourself. Choose love over bitterness, patience over haste, and courage over fear, because these choices align your spirit with my will. I am calling you to grow, not just in success, but in grace, not just in achievement, but in character, because what I am building in you matters more than what you build around you. Trust my timing even when it challenges your patience. Trust my plan even when it differs from your expectations. And trust my heart, especially when you cannot trace my hand. The joy you seek is not far away. It is forming quietly as you learn to surrender control and allow me to lead. One day soon, you will see doors open effortlessly where you once struggled, peace settle where anxiety once lived, and clarity replace confusion, and you will know it was my doing all along. Until that day, walk forward with faith, speak with kindness, love without condition, and remember always that I am with you, I am for you, and I will never leave you, for you are mine, now and forever. And as you continue walking, my child, understand that every season ahead carries a purpose designed uniquely for you, even the ones that feel unfamiliar or uncomfortable, because growth often happens in places you did not choose but still need. I am teaching you to listen beyond noise, to recognize truth even when it arrives quietly, and to trust wisdom over impulse. There will be moments when people misunderstand your heart, when your kindness is questioned and your silence is mistaken for weakness. Yet do not harden yourself in response. For gentleness anchored in faith is a strength the world cannot imitate. I am shaping you into someone who can carry blessings without losing humility and face trials without losing hope. When you feel tired of trying, remember that rest is not quitting. It is allowing me to renew what effort alone cannot sustain. Lay your worries at my feet daily, not because they disappear instantly, but because peace grows when you stop holding what was never meant to define you. I am teaching you discernment, so you learn when to speak and when to remain still, when to hold on and when to release. Because not every battle is yours to fight, and not every loss is truly a loss. Some endings are acts of mercy, clearing space for what aligns better with the calling on your life. You are learning that obedience matters more than approval, and that faithfulness in small things prepares you for greater responsibilities. Do not underestimate the power of consistency, the quiet discipline of choosing what is right, even when no one is watching, because heaven notices what the world overlooks. I am refining your desires so they match my purpose, not taking joy away from you, but protecting you from what would drain your soul. You will encounter moments that test your trust, but each test strengthens your spiritual vision, helping you see beyond circumstances into promises. I am teaching you that forgiveness is not about excusing harm, but freeing your heart from chains that slow your journey. As you forgive, you will feel lighter, clearer, and more open to the new things I'm doing within you. I am preparing you to become a light to others, not through perfection, but through authenticity, through a life that reflects grace even after struggle. When fear tries to return, remember how far you have already come and how many times I carried you when you felt unable to move forward. I am still working in ways you cannot measure, arranging details you have not yet considered, and protecting you from outcomes you do not see. Stay close to me in prayer, not as a ritual, but as a relationship, speaking honestly and listening patiently, because intimacy with me will guide you more accurately than any external advice. I am teaching you to value peace over proving yourself, purpose over pressure, and truth over temporary comfort. In time, you will see how everything connected, how lessons turned into wisdom and pain transformed into compassion, and you will be grateful not only for what you received, but also for what you survived. Walk confidently into the days ahead, knowing that I am faithful to complete what I began in you, and nothing ahead is greater than my love, my strength, or my promise over your life.